In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the load test for the backup batteries for a Siemens FireFinder XLS fire alarm panel. And we have our screen here. Let me reset these troubles. There you go. So we're back to normal screen. So we got our Siemens FireFinder XLS. If we look on our front door, we have our Siemens logo. We have our FireFinder logo. And if we look on the back here, we have our little CPU. We're at the model PMI-3. So, short preamble, in 2019, the NFPA 72 got an update. So, we do now semi-annual temperature test, semi-annual ohmic test, semi-annual voltage test, and load testing got bumped to after 3 years of installation. The 2016 and older editions, you were doing load testing semi-annually, primarily voltage test, load test. So now it's 3 years after installation. So whenever you install a new set of batteries, you're going to write your install date. So these batteries were installed on November 6th, 2024. And at the time of filming, this is March of 2026. So it's less than 3 years. So with the new code, I don't have to load test these batteries. I would ohmic test them to get my internal resistance reading or internal conductance, depending on what you're testing. But I would just follow the normal semi-annual testing. So semi-annual temperature test, semi-annual ohmic test, semi-annual voltage test, and no load test, right? If this was after November of 2027, then I would load test, because that would be 3 years after installation, right? But what I'm going to do for this video is just kind of show the process of the load test so you know how to do it. But just to point out that, again, after the 2019 code changed, we now do load testing after 3 years. So I technically would not need to do a load test right now. I would just do temperature, ohmic, and voltage, and that's it, right? But we're going to do a load test to show you the process. So I have my meter here. And just for reference, we have two 12-volt, 18-amp batteries. So they're looped together. So this is a 12 plus 12, which makes it a 24-volt backup system. So I'm going to take the little battery leads off, and then my panel will start beeping momentarily. There we go. See if I could get my leads on before it starts beeping annoyingly. There we go. So I got my leads on there, so we're good there. So I'm gonna turn my meter on. So my meter will save the last battery I did, which was an 18-amp battery, which again, these are. Oh, apologies, got my panel trouble. Did I hate that this is on the door? There we go. Pressing that button's annoying. So if I wanted to change on my meter, if I wanted to change, I could hit the power select button again, and I could just scroll up and down. I could change the amperage number as I need. But these are 18, so I'm going to select that. So two 18-amp batteries here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my test button, and we're going to get our reading. Okay, so I get 4 numbers. I get on my meter, I get voltage open, voltage load, capacitance, and ohmic. Oh, I'm sorry, internal resistance. So right now I'm reading 97 as my internal resistance. So for a load test to pass, it needs to be above 80% capacity, right? So 80% is the threshold basically. So this is above 80, so this battery passes. If it's below 80, then I would fail it. And then usually when you write up a battery to replace, you replace both at the same time. So they're putting new 2 batteries basically. So I'm going to do my repeat test just to make sure my numbers are consistent. All right, so we're at 96, so it went down 1%, but that's fine. It's still above 80%. So again, I have my other numbers here, but we're just looking at the capacitance. So it's above 80%, so this battery passes. So we could take this off. Oops, I dropped my clip. Put these back on. And my panel beeps because now they're plugged back in. I'm gonna Undo this one now. Stay over there. Stay over there. Okay, whatever. Stay right there. There we go. Take that off. You got a hold there. I'll probably get another trouble momentarily. Siemens does in, out. So trouble comes in and a trouble clears, it comes out. You get two trouble signals. It's very annoying. So let's put our leads on. Lead on there. Lead on there. Okay, so got our leads. Good to go there. Power on our meter. So it's already set to that 18 amps. So I'm going to hit test. So we are at 96 capacity. So our load test is 96%. So there's my in trouble. Silence that. So again, that's above 80%, right? So that will pass because it's above 80%. If it was below 80%, I would fail it. There we go, camera focus. So let me do my repeat test just to make sure my numbers are consistent. And we're at 96%, right? So again, I get four numbers: voltage open, voltage load, internal resistance, and capacitance. So that's the number I'm looking for, the percentage number. So we're at 96%. So this passes. So both batteries are above 80%, so they pass. So take my clips, put those back. Oh, man. And there's my trouble for the clearing of the alarms. And that should probably reset. And that should be good there for signals. Okay. So again, just to reiterate, in 2019, the code got an update, and basically it used to be semi-annual load test. Now it's after 3 years of installation. So technically, based on what we're reading here, 11/6/2024, I don't have to do a load test for these batteries, but I'm showing you the process so you know. So I would technically, per the code, I wouldn't have to load test this till after November 2027, right? So I would just continue to do my voltage tests, my ohmic test, and my temperature test semi-annually on these batteries until after November 2027, and then I could supplement the ohmic test for load test. All right? So that is how you do the backup battery load test for the Siemens FireFinder XLS fire alarm panel.